I think you could see some businesses really jump on Google Plus with Hangouts, which is the ability to do a video, kind of like a Skype, like Facebook obviously integrated, but do video chat with up to 10 people at once. So for me as a business guy, I immediately think, well, that would be really cool to be able to do that with offices around the world or around the country. It can be used obviously for social, for consumer, but for businesses to be able to jump on that as well. And I think Google's also doing some things around customizing business pages, which could be a fan page or a business page, and allowing real customization behind that as well as analytics. I think those are some of the things that I'm reading that they're pushing on, which to me says that they are focused not only on the consumer, but the enterprise market.
Right, I guess they already have the Google Apps and all the enterprise piece of it, which is another thing they could pull into this if, you know,
yeah, I mean, you've got Gmail, you've got Search, you've got Google Docs, you've got a lot of these are really business-oriented applications that they have already on the platform that they can start to pull together into Google+.
So do you think though, like, you know, you have all these business tools, apps, and Google Docs, and Hangouts is, you know, a great business tool, but like, if I'm in college or in high school or just coming out of that phase, like, does that just feel like an area I don't want to be?
Yeah, I think that's probably the case. I think, interesting enough, the most viral people are often the younger, high school, college, and shortly after college. In a lot of ways, I think you're right that it may be tougher to get them if that's what people start to use Google Plus for.
Right.
And you know, this is just me as, you know, a survey of one person, a CEO who thinks about business and how I could leverage some of these tools. But I think you're right. If that's the direction they started to go towards, hey, Google Docs and you can do video chat and all that stuff,
together,
that it probably won't appeal to the younger audience.
Yeah, that's a question, right? Because they have that strength in some of the enterprise apps and things like that, but to really grow fast as a social network, I think you would need to skew the other way. I would think. I mean,
well, LinkedIn and BranchOut has done a good job. Professionally orientated networks, but my grandma's not going on that as she does on Facebook, and same with my nephews in high school. Like, the range that you can hit by going more mainstream. But I mean, the Google guys are smart, and you know, with YouTube is very entertaining. You know, like, that's as mainstream as it gets. I'm excited to see how it all plays out, for sure.
That's actually a good point, because, you know, YouTube has hundreds of millions of users every month, right? I mean, it's become just an enormous site, and I think it is kind of a jewel that Google has, even though a lot of people thought they overpaid for it back in the day, but I think it's turned out to be a really good acquisition for them. That might be a great hook for them to get the younger audience really involved, because you're watching these videos, whether it's Lady Gaga or whatever, you know, whatever the younger demo's into, and to be able to bring them into, why don't you go in this circle and share this media with your friends, that actually could be a good hook. So maybe they do have the ability to get both sides.